Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your weekly dose of celestial goodness. As always, thank you for joining me in this space and on this journey. I truly appreciate it. And I really just also want to take a moment to thank everyone for respecting my need to rest last weekend. I enjoy doing a variety of different things that really allow me to live my life fully, especially in this virtual environment. But rest is always, always, always an important part of life's equation, in my life especially. Sometimes we get the signs and we can feel it in our body, the need and the desire for rest. Do I or do we always listen? Absolutely not. I know from life experience, though, that if I don't listen to myself, that life will eventually force me to listen. So I really appreciate that you're back this weekend for more, and I hope you also got some rest. I do think it's important as well to remember that, and to acknowledge that we are in the midst of a global pandemic. There can be some hard days, some hard weeks, in fact, and we have to be gentle with ourselves throughout this. We can be both grateful for the certain aspects of our life, and yet simultaneously we can be grieving for the loss of people, things, events, and experiences that have eluded us due to this larger event that we're all collectively experiencing. We must afford ourselves the grace that we need during this time and be respectful to ourselves about what we need. I suppose that's also why I've shared information on my blog and channel of some of the things that help to anchor me, that help to ground me, and that help me maneuver through this thing called life. Hopefully, some of that information has been useful and informative to you as well, and helpful. So it is with all of this in mind that we continue our journey up from the root chakra, the first chakra, and now we make a stop at the second chakra, the sacral chakra, or the Svadhisthana. Liz Simpson says she describes this journey as the energy that shifts humankind from survival to nourishing the soul. From survival, we have traveled upwards to the pleasure principle. The sacral chakra leads us from basic existence to help us embrace what makes life worth living. Svadhisthana translates to where your being is established. Essentially, it is the dwelling place of the self. Some say it also means sweetness because it is associated with things that make life sweeter. These include pleasure, nurture, movement, and change. We must dwell sweetly within ourselves. We must make ourselves our home. We must hold our mind, body, soul, and heart as sacred spaces. Tad Williams says, "Never make your home a place. Make a home for yourself inside your own head. You'll find what you need to furnish it: memory, friends you can trust, love of learning, and other such things. That way, it will go with you wherever you journey." The sacral chakra is located 2 inches below your navel, and it is associated with the color orange. Orange is a color of passion and fire. As a mixture of yellow and red, it is a color that bursts with energy and warmth. The Hindu symbol for this chakra is an orange color 6-petal lotus flower. And it has a white circle, which symbolizes the element of water. It also has a blue crescent moon right in the middle there. If you look closely enough at the crescent moon, you might see a fish-like creature within the moon. It's called a makara, some say it's a crocodile, and it holds similar energies to that of the Kundalini energy. That's a whole conversation for a separate day. Within this chakra is said to lie all of our creative pursuits and duties, our dharma. Dharma is not super easy to explain in a short video, but it is a very central and important philosophy within Hinduism and Buddhism. The simplest explanation is that there's a right or true way for each person to carry out their life in order to serve both themselves and others. Because of the powerful and passionate energies that lie in this chakra, including those of our sexual desire, it can be dangerous when neglected. This chakra really represents both our greatest pleasure and our greatest pain. I read a quote that said, "Svatistana is a beautiful lake filled with both the disgusting muck and the precious gems of the self. When you are ready, only you can unearth your true self. We can often see clearly what is in someone else's lake, but that is avoiding the great responsibility of the sacral chakra. Look to your own lake." Both the moon and an element of water, which are associated with the sacral chakra, deal with emotions. The sacral chakra is a hub, then, if you will, for our emotional desires, needs, wants, and security. It also governs creativity, sensitivity, sexuality, intimacy, emotional well-being, self-expression, self-confidence, the nature of your relationships, your sense of being nurtured and cherished, and your sense of being appreciated by others, and also freedom from guilt. This is also the chakra where we discover what things we enjoy out in the world. It is how we design a life that we want through interacting with the world, without losing ourselves to the world. It is this chakra that forms the foundation of a healthy ego. When it becomes blocked or imbalanced, it can actually lead to some very serious issues. Imbalances with the chakras can have both physical and emotional and mental manifestations. As a reminder from our discussion with the root chakra, each chakra also has physical associations. The sacral chakra resonates with the reproductive organs, the bladder, the kidney, the lymphatic and circulatory systems, the prostate, the womb, the ovaries and testes, and the large intestines. These areas can become very impacted when the sacral chakra becomes blocked or imbalanced. The sacral chakra can become blocked or imbalanced by fear, especially the fear of death. Imbalances in the chakra can also cause fears, insecurities, depression, reproductive issues, sciatica pain, lower back pain, low self-worth, guilt, and even manipulative tendencies. A balanced sacral chakra that is functioning correctly allows you to feel fearless, fulfilled, creative, confident, trusting, expressive, emotionally connected and secure, powerful, and better able to manifest your desires. That's a whole lot of good stuff. So this chakra is super important. They're all important, but each of them has their specialty. This chakra and I have a personal history. It is said that empathetic empaths, hold a lot of energy that they absorb from others in this area. If you don't properly cleanse your own energy from what you absorb from others, it can actually impact you by causing an imbalanced or blocked chakra. But this chakra, I have found, can also reveal fears and guilt that you don't even realize that you're holding on to. My parents, who I've mentioned before, had me when they're both teenagers. I grew up hearing with an often unstated but lingering reminder in the back of my mind, don't be a statistic. Don't also become a teenage parent. Having helped raise my younger siblings, I know firsthand how difficult and expensive it can be to raise children. At some point, things switch from don't have children early to when are you having children? Often the people asking these questions have no intention of actually helping to raise said child. I devoted many years of my life to my education and to my career. And when I went through a divorce in my late 20s, I did feel the pressure of a biological clock ticking away, and also guilt and sadness at the perceived loss of this precious period of time in my life. Jamaican culture is the type of culture that has a lot of good and some, a lot of bad aspects too. One of the shadow sides is a constant emphasis on asking women when they're going to have children. It can be very stressful. And I want people to stop asking women this question. We don't know the intimate details of a woman's body, the things that she's been through, or the personal decisions that she has made about her body, or even if she's experienced the loss of a child already. This question can be very triggering and painful. A few years ago, I started having very sharp pain in the area of my ovaries, and I didn't do anything about it for a long time because, believe it or not, as humans, we can grow to live with immense pain. We can just walk around like, okay, I've adjusted to it. I went to see my doctor, and all of this led to the discovery of a very large ovarian cyst, caused from years of taking birth control to help regulate pain. I discovered a smaller cyst and also evidence of endometriosis. I only knew about endometriosis because a friend was brave enough to share her experiences with it. I ended up having surgery and experiencing the pain of going through very intense physical healing, internal physical healing. I know that a lot of women, Black women especially, also suffer from fibroids. The sacral chakra region is a region impacted by all of these things. I do believe that there's a certain stress that modern women are holding in this area, worrying and wondering if they'll be able to do it all. Children, career, more, and just so much more. And if we don't check one box, does that mean that we're less than? The answer is no, it doesn't. But I do think that healing the sacral chakra is an important way of getting to the realization that you are amazing as you are, without any additional pressures from society to do anything. I don't know my own personal future as far as whether I will one day have children, but I have been in the lives of many young people, and even more, having established a relationship with my sacral chakra, having learned to dwell within myself, this has allowed me to be at peace with what the future holds. All of this to say that when you're working with your sacral chakra, look inward to see if there's any subconscious guilt or fear that you're holding on to. Can you let this go? You should let it go, gently and with love. So what are some ways to balance or to align your sacral chakra? Meditation to balance the sacral chakra is good. There are many meditations out there that can help you to concentrate healing energy to that space. Like I said before, each chakra is associated with a sound, and the sacral chakra is associated with the sound or mantra VAM. Meditating and chanting to VAM for even a few minutes can be so beneficial to the sacral chakra. Additionally, listening to 288 hertz frequency that while meditating is also great, because that is the frequency that resonates with this chakra. I once went to visit my cousin in Bermuda, and she took me to get sound healing and an amazing massage that I will never forget in my life. The healer, who was conscious of my previous surgery, did an amazing sound session that resonated with my sacral chakra. And I will always be thankful for that. You can also do crystal healing. Crystals vibrate with different energy. Helpful crystals for sacral chakra healing work are, you can choose ones that are orange or dark yellow in color. So coral, citrine, carnelian, orange aventurine, amber are some good ones. You can carry them close to you, and you can also place them on the area of your sacral chakra while laying down to help sort of put that space in alignment. Colors, surround yourself with the color orange. This color is most strongly associated with the sacral chakra. Wear orange clothing, add some orange to your decor, or to your lips. And then we have foods. Eat orange foods and foods that are centering. Oranges, tangerines, mangoes, pumpkin, cantaloupe, sweet potato, carrots, nuts and seeds, and squash are some good examples. Be creative. This chakra is associated with creativity. And any blocks, like writer's block, are also associated with sacral chakra imbalances. The best way to engage with your creativity is to do something, anything. Paint, draw, write, make music, cook, or bake. Julia Cameron, the writer of a phenomenal book, The Artist's Way, says two things that I really love. First, she says, boredom is just what is the use in disguise. And what's the use is fear. And fear means you are secretly in despair. So put your fears on the page. Put anything on the page. Put 3 pages of this feeling of it onto the page. Second, in filling the well, think magic. Think delight. Think fun. Do not think duty. Do not do what you should do. Spiritual sit-ups, like reading a dull but critical text. Do instead what intrigues you. Explore what interests you. Think mystery, not mastery. And so, please do anything, anything that intrigues and delights you. You could belly dance, and yes, I said it, watch some tutorials on YouTube and get your sacral chakra moving. Since this chakra is below the belly, these types of movements really help you to open up. Next, you could seek therapy to heal from past issues and insecurities. I will always include this as an option, but I am aware that it can be very difficult for some people, whether due to financial barriers or other forms of restrictions of access to really good therapy. There are resources out there available for low cost or virtual therapy, and I will include a link to some resources from SAMSHA. Next, you could connect with the water element. I have blogs and videos about water. Water is essentially one of my favorite elements. I love to soak in the sea or the river or the tub, but I've also learned about the importance of drinking water. So you can check out one of my previous videos and soak up this element that I love so much to help your sacral chakra. And finally, you can practice affirmations. And here are a few that resonate with the sacral chakra. If you'd like to close your eyes while I read them, or you just absorb them and say some later, whatever works best for you. So, I love my body. I am radiant, beautiful, and strong. I allow myself to experience pleasure. I feel emotionally secure. I am creative. I allow sweetness into my life. So, I hope that this information was informative and that you can apply these in a practical manner in your own life. Please definitely let me know if there's anything that's working for you. And also, please feel free to drop any tips or suggestions in the comments. I think others who are participating with the channel might enjoy seeing that. And really, may the stars shine brightly over your week. Absolutely, in all the ways. And may your sacral chakra help you to delight in all of life's sweetness. Have an absolutely wonderful week. Thank you.